Hey, it's Bernadette. All right, I got a big topic to cover today, and we're going to try and do it as condensed as we can. But happy Sunday. The most difficult question for people to answer. That's what we're going to tackle today. And I'm going to give you my three top tips to answer this question, and not only answer it, but to make it a reality. So say hello when you get here. The question for today that we're going to discuss is this one. What do you want? It seems like a simple question, right? We should all be able to answer that question, but so many people don't. And sadly, when you can't answer that question and it's not a guiding light for you as far as what you focus on every day, what you're achieving in the long term, we tend to get really, really lost, right? The Bible says, where there is no vision, the people perish. What does that mean? It means when you don't have something to walk towards, when you are not focused on where you're headed, you can become really apathetic. Like your dreams die. You sit on the couch, you stop focusing on what you can do, and you just sort of muddle through life. And you end up without a whole lot of motivation. And a lot of people over the last couple of years kind of lost their way. And a lot of people are feeling a little lost. If that's you, put it in the comments. I'd love to know. Do you know what you want? If I ask you right now, can you answer it? Put it in the comments. Right? I'd love your engagement. We're broadcasting live on YouTube and live on Facebook at the moment. So I love your engagement, and you know that. So why do we need to know this? A lot of people look at me and they think, you've achieved a lot in your life. And funny, because I'm a perfectionist and an overachiever, and I don't actually think I've achieved that much, because my big picture, it takes longer to achieve big picture stuff, and we lose sight of the little stuff. So when I asked you that question, like, what do you want? I want you to focus it in a smaller arena than like, I want to win the lottery. Like a lot of people are like, I want this big pile of money and that'll make me happy, or I want to get married, or I want to have a child, or I want my business to make, $1 million, whatever the case may be. And those are all very big picture. But in order to hit and create a vision, like hit it, make it a reality, not just have some big dream in your head. First, you need to be able to look at, okay, what do I want and what does that entail? What exactly is part of that vision? So the first step, the first tip in creating the answer to this question, what do I want, is to get real specific. What do you want? In what area of your life? How do you want to feel? All of that. So here's how I hit and answer that question. These are my top tips. First of all, the what. What do I want and when? Like, what exactly do I want? And when I said don't make the big, huge picture, you can create a vision that you're walking towards that's like this big ultimate outcome. But for most people that haven't been able to answer that question, that aren't moving forward towards their goals, maybe you're stagnated, maybe you've just been struggling, maybe you just don't have clarity. The first question I would answer it based on, like, what do I want the next week? Maybe the next month, right? But scale it down a little bit. Scale it down to like the when, make it maybe this week. What do I want to feel? What do I want to look back come Friday and say, I did that? Boy, I feel like I've achieved something. What do I want to feel with other people? What do I want to feel when my head hits the pillow at night? Create that vision and answer that question. What do I want? And then by when, right? And like I said, instead of going big picture a year from now, let's take it back to maybe a month from now or a week from now. What do I want? I ask this question daily. What's my intention today? What do I want to feel? What do I want to get done? What are the things that I can do today, and how do I need to show up? Who do I need to be to feel that? So in order to create a vision for our lives, sometimes we have to just go day by day, and it doesn't matter. Like, there's no right or wrong here. If you want to go the year, go for it. But it comes to the second step that we need to be able to answer in that. What are 3 action steps that I can take? So if your what do I want is for the week, what are 3 things you can get done this week? right? What are 3 things you can get done this week? And I say that because at the beginning of the year, I had set an intention and a goal that by my 57th birthday, which is like less than 2 months away, that I will be in the best shape of my life. And I fell out of shape, right? I had a surgery, I tore meniscus. I had to go through PT for a broken tailbone in 2017, back in 2020 after my surgery. And then my body was in healing mode and recovery mode. And then I just never got back to the gym. I just didn't incorporate the routine of taking care of my body, and my eating kind of fell off. So at the beginning of the year, I was like, what do I want? So what did I do? I joined a gym, I changed my diet, but I wasn't going. So middle of the summer, I decided to hire a personal trainer so that I could actually take those steps. And now every week, what are my action steps? Eat plant-based, right? Drink enough water, get enough sleep, go work out with the personal trainer 3 times a week. And the days I'm not with him, I need to walk. So find out your three action steps, right? It's one thing to want to hit goals. It's a whole other thing to make that a reality. We actually have to push ourselves into taking action, needle moving action to achieve our goals, whatever they are. If you have a goal to create deeper intimacy and connection within your relationships, what are 3 things you can do this week, this month to improve your relationships? I have another goal to really up level my speaking abilities. I've taken a speaker course. I've taken 2 actually. And today is the last day of Improv 101, and the next week's our showcase. So I took an improv class. What does improv have to do with speaking? Has to do with deepening my listening skills, my communication skills, but also being able to think on my feet. And the biggest part, play. It's not about being serious. It's just about playing, right? So I took an improv class and I'm graduating today. So I'm not just putting these goals on a piece of paper and not taking action. You guys know what I'm talking about? These goals, and we're like, that would be nice. But then we don't actually enroll ourselves into the follow through. What are the actions I need to take? So, key number 2, what are the 3 steps that you can take to achieve the vision of what you're saying you want? Last and final one that I always ask myself, who can I enroll to support me on this goal, on this mission? If you keep your vision, if you keep your dreams to yourself, a lot of times they will die in your head because you will think someday. And I'm telling you, no, write it down, get specific, answer those first 3 questions, the what exactly do you want? And then by when? Like, get specific. What do I want and by when? And then what are the 3 steps I can take? And then tell somebody. Tell somebody who's not going to poo-poo your vision, who's not going to criticize you, someone who's going to be your support, right? Who can you enroll? Tell them, I am going to do this thing. This is a vision I have, and this is what I'm going to walk towards. And I'm going to do it by when. That's my vision. And these are the steps I'm going to take today. Would you be willing to be my support to also keep me accountable? Because accountability is a big part. If we don't speak out and share the things that we're doing with somebody, it's so easy when you're having an off day, and we all have them, to just go, nobody's watching, it doesn't matter. But when you have someone that you've already spoken that out to, they're going to ask you, like, so how's it going? Did you get your 3 things done this week? Did you get your 3 things done today? Right? Now, we have that push, and we have that person who is talking to us about our dreams and goals. And as you accomplish, like I said, not necessarily the big picture, although you can do that. And then I would back it down into either 1 month or 1 week. As you create action and accomplishment, and you're checking all the boxes, before you know it, that big vision, you're so close, right? And once we catch momentum on something, it's amazing what can happen. I posted pictures, which I was really hesitant to do. And I only posted the back pictures of where I started with my workout journey in August, end of August, and then where I was come Friday. And boy, huge difference to me, because when I was looking at my progress, I thought I'm not making much progress. Well, Friday, I had a client in office and I had to wear my dress pants, one of my pairs of dress pants, and realize, holy cow, they're falling off. So then when I went to work out with my trainer Friday, we took progress photos. And I was like, I don't think I'm making that much progress, but my pants are loose. Like I need to buy a new pair of pants, a size down. Right. So now instead of a size 6, I got to go to a size 4. But I still feel like there's a lot of stuff that needs improvement. And then he took the pictures and he said, look at the difference. Look, like really look. And I went, wow. Okay. So these 8 weeks have actually been really great, really good. I'm making progress. I'm not at the end goal, but I'm making progress. So that's the final thing that I haven't put up, like you got to check your progress. But when you're checking off boxes on your to-do list of actions you can take to get to that big vision, that big goal, it's amazing how it feels to look back and go, I did do that. But the first thing we have to answer, always the first thing, and it's sad to me that when I ask this question to people, like, well, what do you want? What do you mean? I don't know, Bernadette. Like when I ask them, what do you want your relationships to look and feel like? What do you want to feel like when you wake up every morning? What are your financial goals? What are your health goals? Right? What kind of influence and impact do you want to have? What level of confidence do you want to have? Is there something you want to master in life, in business? And they can't answer that. Well, I just want everyone to be happy. That's like the number one thing people say. I just want to be happy and I want to make other people happy. So, spoiler alert, you can't make anybody happy. And it's not your job. Your job is to make you happy. Your job is to fulfill what is being called for in your life, and what makes you happy, what makes me happy, two separate things, right? We can't make other people happy. We can add to their joy, but we can't make them happy. So when I ask you, what do you want? And you say, I just want to be happy, or I just want other people. What's that mean? Specifically, what elements would need to shift and change within you, within your external life, to get you to be happier? Now we're starting to create a vision, right? But just this general, I just want to be happy. Oh, I want world peace. Like, okay, we all want that. What can you do to create it in your world? What can you do to create world peace in your body, in your mind, right? Dial it down, dial it down, dial it down. So let's go over my 3 tips again before I go. First, what is it you want specifically, and by when? By when? And if a year's too far away, 10 years is too far, 1 week. What do you want? And again, I ask myself this question every single morning I wake up. Ooh, I'm alive. I'm awake. One more day. So what do I want today? By the end of the day, what do I want to feel like? And then I also have a week vision and a month vision and a year vision I'm walking towards. But I have a vision, right? That Bible verse again, where there is no vision, the people perish. Like we just stop moving. We just stop eating healthy. We just stop communicating. We fall into discouragement and defeat all too fast. Number 2, what are the 3 action steps you can take? What are they? Write them down. Follow through. And then number 3, who can you enroll to support you and offer accountability? Someone that knows your vision, knows the action you're going to take, and is going to hold your feet to the fire, right? Don't keep it inside, because if you keep it inside, a lot of times it just dies there, or we just procrastinate. We put it off. It no longer becomes a priority. What you want should always be a priority to you. Should always be a priority to you, because when we are going after something that's meaningful to us, we have fulfillment, we have joy, we have excitement, we have energy, right? So what do you want? I'd love to hear it. So put your responses in the comments. I would love to see them. I'll come back after I get all of your responses and comments, and we'll have another discussion about this. I am super excited. So many things going on, so much goodness. I just graduated. Like, this was my week. Intense, in depth, world's number 1 high performance coaching certification. I did that this week, and it was amazing. Very challenging, but amazing. I've been a coach for 23 years. I'm always up leveling. I'm always growing. I'm always improving. So that was this week. Today is my final improv class. We've been going for 5 weeks. And I also am in the middle of taking a comedy class online, a master class. And I worked on clients with biomagnetism, changed somebody's life with their health this week, actually 2 people. That was my week, right? What's next week? Got a whole list of plans for next week and goals, and I'm going to hit them. Why? Because I'm telling people about the steps I'm taking. So I don't want to hit the end of the week and go, I didn't do anything. No, I want to hit them and then bigger, bigger, bigger. That's why I have a personal trainer. Because honestly, I tried to work out by myself, join Planet Fitness, did not attend. I went one time and then I never went back. I'm like, this is not going to work. I did the online. I don't know if you guys have Planet Fitness. You get like the online workouts and they're great. I did a few of them, but then it wasn't consistent. So I was like, I got to get someone to really like hold my feet to the fire. And we do HIIT workouts, right? 30-minute hard, high intensity workouts. Here's the best part or the worst part. We do it out of his garage right now because the gym's being built out. And here in Texas, it's hot and it's humid. So I've been doing hot HIIT workouts because his garage is super intensely hot and humid in the high 90s. And there's been a couple times I've tried to, my ego's kicked in and gone, just quit. Like, you don't need to be working out in these conditions. I'm like, what are we on Mars? And I stuck to it. And funny enough, you burn more calories anyways, the hotter your body temperature goes. So it's worked out to my benefit. And I did not quit. I did not quit. I did not want to be a poor example. And I didn't want to be an example of what a quitter looks like. So I have kept it up. And you can see the progress photos on my Facebook business page. Has anyone told me how awesome I am? Oh, you're so amazing. Has anyone told you besides me? Because you are like one of my biggest cheerleaders right now, Andy. I am so blessed to get to know you and to be a friend of yours. It's been such a blessing. All right, you guys, I love you. I hope that helps. Let this be your weekly motivation. Let this be your weekly kickoff. Answer this question today. It's Sunday. What do you want? What do you want specifically and by when? Take it down to a week. If you have not been in momentum already, what are you going to get done this week? Who's going to support you and hold your feet to the fire? See, Andy's one of my friends and he's been my biggest supporter. And I tell him the stuff that I'm doing. Like, I tell him what my dreams and my goals are, and then I got to do them, right? Got to do them because I don't want to be like, oh, well, and make a bunch of excuses, right? Excuses don't get you to your dreams. They don't. What gets you to your dreams is action, follow through, commitment, consistency, continual growth, and learning. So I hope that helps today. There's so much going on. And I will keep you guys updated. Make sure you follow, whether it's YouTube or Facebook. We are going to be launching the podcast. I had said tentatively November 15th. Now that I've done with certification and I'm looking at all the stuff that needs to be dialed in to get that podcast to launch, I'll give you a secret of why it's taking me so long. Probably not going to launch by November 15th for this reason. I'm going to be giving away in the first season. We're going to dump the first season in one drop on launch day. Okay. And the first season is The Crooked Path to a Charm Life, my memoir, dropping it as an audiobook, all 30 something chapters in season 1 on one day. I thought I could get all of the pre-work done to get that uploaded. And I am working alone on it now without a producer. So it's all falling on me, which is obviously going to slow some stuff down a little bit. So I'll be launching by the end of November, but that's coming to you. I'm giving you my entire audiobook for free. So stay tuned, right? Stay tuned. Why am I doing it? For this reason. I want you guys to get to know me. I also want you guys, for those of you who are like, my life's been hard, have so many obstacles, I don't know if I can ever change it. I want you to hear my story. And this is all like true. When you hear the book, if you haven't read it yet, when you hear my story, you'll see. I don't only talk about, yeah, I get it. I know how hard it is. I actually lived it multiple times in my life and overcame all of it. And I'm still overcoming all kinds of stuff. Anytime a challenge comes my way, I overcome it. Why? Because I believe that there's so much more potential within us and so much that we just don't tap into. I want to be an inspiration for you. I want other people to know what's possible. And my story might, for some of you, might kind of freak you. So one person said, like, is there anything happy? Yeah, it comes later. But the first half of my life, more than half of my life, was nothing but challenges, obstacles, and growth, you know, but I didn't quit. And no matter what came my way, I didn't quit. So if there's one thing I can share in sharing my book with you and my story with you is don't quit. Don't quit, whether it was going through relationship issues, health issues, mental health issues, financial issues, being a single mom issues, homeschooling my kid issues. Like, I did all of it, and this is a very vulnerable thing to do. Like I must be crazy because I'm sending it out to people who've never heard of me and don't know me. It's so that I can hopefully inspire you. And you'll look at my challenges and just go, well, if she did all of that, and I'm not saying that I've been through more than anybody, man, there's been some things people have been through that they've shared with me that I think, holy cow, I don't know if I could have gotten through that. But my hope is that in hearing my story and getting to know me a little bit more, you'll understand why I do what I do to help people, why I'm so committed to encouraging, supporting, guiding people to achieve their best life, because it is possible. And it's possible even when you come from a background of abuse, when you come from a background of massive obstacle and challenges, anything's possible. Hope this helps you guys. Have a great day. I am off to my class, graduate as an Improv 101 student. I'll let you guys know how our showcase goes next week. My family's actually coming to watch, which is a little scary, but I'm willing to make a fool of myself in order to achieve my goals. Are you? All right. I'll see you later.